Back to another episode. The empty space on the bed, that was all Taehyung could think as Jungkook walked and threw the newspaper on his face. What the heck is this, Taehyung? Did you do that? Are you the one who leaked the pictures? Taehyung had come here to explain to Jungkook about the picture, to apologize for an accidental mistake that he made. But standing in front of Jungkook, the newspaper and the picture were replaced by the image of empty space on the bed. The day they woke up that morning, the humiliation, the pain, the hurt, the dejection Taehyung went through these last 2 weeks, days of waiting for a message to pop up on phone, standing in front of Jungkook's office and home, trying to catch a glimpse of the man, nights of crying, becoming angry at himself for becoming a vulnerable, feeling stupid, and then crying more. It was all back to Taehyung as he stared at Jungkook. You disappeared, Taehyung mumbled. What? Jungkook asked, shocked. You just left, Taehyung murmured. Again, this time looking directly at Jungkook. I'm not talking about that, Taehyung. Jungkook snapped back. I am Jungkook, Taehyung said emphatically. This is not important. Now what I am? Jungkook was stopped by Tae. Not important. Not important. You were not here when I got up. You just went away. No message, no call, nothing. Jungkook, nothing. Did you even bother to think what I would feel? Taehyung said, fighting back in tears that threatened to spill out any moment. Jungkook was started to realize that he was so consumed by his own concern that he hadn't really thought what Taehyung would be going through. Jungkook just assumed that he would talk to Taehyung when he came back and everything would be okay. Right then, the issue in the question was something else. I needed some time for myself, and I planned to talk to you when I was ready. But how did this photo? Jungkook's word was cut off by an angry Taehyung. This that was your arrogance speaking. How did you assume that I would talk or see you when you left while I was unable to sleep? A message would have been enough for me, Jungkook, but did you thought about this? No. Did you expect me to just wait till you showed up whenever you wanted? Listen to me, Mr. Jian, no matter who you are, I wouldn't let you or anyone treat me like that, Taehyung replied in anger. So what is that, your revenge? Huh, Taehyung? Some way to getting back at me, or was that some kind of sinister plan that you had all along, blackmailing ex a honey trap? Is that what you think about me, Jungkook? Taehyung didn't even bother keeping back his tears anymore. He felt defeated hearing Jungkook's word. I don't know, Taehyung, I don't know what to think of you anymore, Jungkook replied, his expression softening a bit, seeing the tears rolling down Taehyung's cheek. Jungkook had the urge to wipe them off, to pull Taehyung into a hug, to kiss those eyes and that lip. But Jungkook quickly regained his composure as he looked down at the paper. Again, Taehyung had also turned out to be not so different from others. Well, in that case, I don't have anything more to speak to you. Taehyung turned his back. Oh, no. You wouldn't go anywhere without giving me an explanation. Jungkook stepped in front, making Yes, that's right. I'm not the type of person who goes away without giving explanation. Being a freak is your specialty, not mine. So, should I tell it just to you or the entire audience waiting in the other room? I don't want to repeat myself, Taehyung said, his voice authority. Maybe Taehyung was going down, but he still wouldn't let anyone stomp on his self-dignity. A few days back, Taehyung found himself standing in front of Jungkook's office, staring at the tall glass building. He honestly didn't know what he was doing there. They stood there almost an hour when he saw a familiar car stop next to him. It was his friend Jimin. "What are you doing, Taehyung?" Jimin asked softly as they started to drive back. "I don't know. I was just walking to clear my mind and I didn't even realize I had reached here, Jimin. I, I just I just want to see him." Taehyung said sadly. "He is not here, Taehyung. He is in Tokyo for some client meetings." "Tokyo? Japan? He left? Wait, how do you know?" Taehyung looked at Jimin in surprise. "So Jungkook has simply left the country after their night together?" "I have my sources." Jimin didn't elaborate, and Taehyung didn't ask anything more. They remained silent for the rest of their ride back. Taehyung had been staying at Jimin's home for the last 2 days because the nights was become particularly unbearable. Jimin's mom and sister were fond of Taehyung, and he always felt comfortable and happy at his best friend's place. The small yet charming family always carried a welcoming feeling. Not only that day, Jimin and Taehyung opened the door and gasped in shock as they found themselves standing suddenly overpowered by two workmen. Jimin's scream was cut short as a punch landed on his face, and Taehyung was too stunned to even react. He tried to open his mouth, but no sound came out. Before they could gasp what was happening, they were pushed on a chair, their hands restricted behind. In walked Mr. Lee as Lee Han. The pieces of puzzle fell together in Taehyung's mind as he realized that this was all about Han. Was a short and fat man with a cheeky face that reminded some of those amiable teachers you had in school. His appearance was, however, very deceiving. The twinkling eyes veiled a sinister machine, the kind predictor have as they toyed with their prey before they last punch. Han was one of the dread loan shark of the area and engaged in legal. Han frequently gave loan on to the people in the slums to start business, mostly to those who have been torn down by banks, trapped in a circle of informal debates and exorbitant interest rates. Many found it almost impossible to pay back. Han and his gang of goons were famous for their creative method to get their money back. Jimin and Taehyung was helping Chul, a young man of the area whose mother used to help in cleaning their office. Chul had come to their office with his mother, both in tears, not being able to generate enough principal to start his food truck business. Chul's mother desperately wanted to pay out for her son for the miseries of the slum's life that she was destined to live to die in, and pleaded with Themin to help Joel, when all their efforts of bank funding failed, Jimin and Taehyung had retended to stand ground guarantors for Joel with Han. They always was worried that this might backfire, but they hoping that Joel would able to pay. In the first few months he had, a year later Joel met with an accident and his business fluttered. Chul fell back on the payments and entrusted accumulated. Han had sent a couple of intimations in last few months, each one stunner than the previous, though somehow Jimin, Taehyung, and Chul had managed to successfully appeal for more time. The lone suckers patiently had worn thin quickly, and thus the scenes in front of them. Jimin understood the situation as well and was trying to pacify Han. He pleaded and begged for some time. It was all falling on deaf eyes as Han threatened his mother and sister. Jimin pulled out his last card, and this time as a to you boys. Since I know how much you helped the people here, I came when your mother and sister are not here. Next time that wouldn't be the case, please. We will find a solution soon. Chul has restarted his business in a few months. He will be able to pay you back, and if he can't, we will find a way to pay you back. Empathy words wouldn't work, Jimin, and you both are liable to pay me back, not just Joel. I need a date. I want to know how you are gonna pay. I want to hear a solid plan, not just excuse. You think I don't know how much money both of you have in your bank, so please. Oh, it's already 6. I guess your mother will come soon. Maybe I will meet her before I go. So please just listen to me. We will get the money soon. It's just that Jimmy looked at him hesitantly. It's just that we didn't want to disclose since it's not official yet. What? You have heard Jungkook, right? The CEO of Jiwon Industries. Yes. What about him? Han leaned forward, his eyes focusing on Jimin as Taehyung turned around, looked up in surprise as his friend. He had no idea what Jimin was playing. Well, Taehyung here is engaged to him. Mind you, it's still a secret and they haven't officially announced it. They are planning to announce it soon, Taehyung guessed, as Han rode out laughing, followed by his grooms. Oh, why you amuse me. The storage you spend, but this is too much even for you. You know what? Since I stayed this long, I think I will go. Only after having dinner with your family, maybe you have more jokes to share. It's true, Jimin insisted. Asked Taehyung. Han turned to Taehyung, half confused, and somehow managed a nod. They can't say the truth. Najimin will be in huge trouble if he did. Yeah. Then why don't you ask your boyfriend for money? Well, you know he is. You know how it is. Jimin interjected before Thang could even think of an answer. They started dating only a few months back and just got engaged. Thang is embarrassed to ask for money. At this point, it doesn't look good, right? You think, really? I will believe all this crap you are getting on my nerves. Jimin Han's voice changed from amused to threatening, and Thang knew that the situation was going out of hand. My phone, Taehyung suddenly said, check my gallery. At the end, there are pictures of us and Jungkook is in Tokyo now. If you can't wait till they go public, just wait till he is back. Taehyung will talk to him and try to pay you as early as possible. Jimin was getting desperate as the time for his mother's and sister's return neared. Was getting desperate as the time for his mother's and sister's return neared. Han glanced at the two men who had taken their phones. One of them opened the gallery and suddenly rushed over to Han. The boss took a long look at the photo and gulped mockingly, Taehyung, you slay. What a catch. Sure, then let's say I believe you 1 month. If I don't get my money by then, you know what will happen. Han paused for a bit and then continued, his voice down a few decibels, but the tone savage as ever. 1 second I don't think you can even imagine what will happen. Give My regards to your boyfriend Taehyung. The gang left unnoticed to Taehyung and Jimin. One of the thugs had copied the picture of his phone. The very next day, he sold to Korean dispatch for a handsome reward. Taehyung felt like he was sitting in front of a jury. The executor has his as he finished narrating the incidents to the Jian family and employees. He could sense their feeling, some suspicious, some unbelieving, while others ridiculing his stupidity. Taehyung dared not to look at Jungkook. He could imagine the emotions flashing through those intense eyes. He didn't want to see them. The disappointment, the anger, the disdain. Mr. Jian turned to his legal head. What do you say? I am. Sir, we have two options. We can put out a press release apps denying the whole thing, say that it was Photoshop and that the whole thing was fabricated, and sue the paper and source of damage. The other option is keep quiet and not respond, but that would be damaging for Jungkook as well as the company. The shareholders are already worried, and keeping quiet is not going to make them happy. It would also be dangerous for Mr. Kim, as his life can be in danger if people believe he is engaged to Jungkook. So my suggestion would be to go with first RM paused, then continue looking at Taehyung. Mr. Kim, I suggest you to find your own lawyer because either way you will need legal help as well as protection. There is a third option, isn't there? Mr. Jian asked softly, his eyes drifting between Jungkook and Taehyung. Taehyung, what do you mean? Jungkook's father said to accept that the news is true, and you said yes to that? Jimin asked incredulously. Yes, he asked us to get officially engaged and then see how it goes from there, said Taehyung. They were both sitting on the bench in the neighborhood park. Why, Taehyung? I mean, this is huge step. Are you really getting engaged to Jungkook? I can't believe you said yes. I was overwhelmed, Jimin, that they started throwing numbers, company shares, shareholders, stockholders, and then when Jungkook's father said that, I couldn't say no. All of it was my fault, and I had to help find a solution. Taehyung, look at me. I know I have known you from the long time to be precise since you bumped onto me on the first day of our fourth grade. So don't give me the crap about share and company. Taehyung took a deep breath before answering. His face looked painted as he looked up at Jimin. It's something I have been dreaming of, spending time with Jungkook, waking up in the morning next to him, being married to him, raising a family with him, traveling with him. Things that you fantasize, you imagine all the smallest detail, even though you know it's just a delusion, and then suddenly you are given a chance to make that into a reality. How can I say no to that, Jimin? I know you're feeling for Jungkook Taehyung, but this is the way you want it to be. I don't know, Jimin. And yes, maybe I will be heartbroken, but at least I would have given it a try. I mean, think if I said no and then never get a chance to be with Jungkook again, I will forever live in regret. I don't want to spend the rest of my life thinking about what ifs. I hear you, I do, and you guys do make a handsome couple. Have you have to admit that. Joke aside, I really wish that you both find your happiness ever after in each other. I have never seen you so much in love. I'm scared, Jimin. Taehyung said in barely audible whisper. Jimin slowly put his hand around Taehyung and pulled him closer. I know, and I will be there with you always. You know that, right? They stared like that for a while. You are saying the other day you wanted to speak to me about something, right? Or someone that can't wait, that can wait. Taehyung will tell you other day. So you nothing urgent. The park was slowly filled with children. The swings and the slides were creaky, but then the fun went on. Hey Taeyang, do you remember Hugh's brother whom we both had a crush on when we were in it Grand? Grand, the guy. Don't remind me, Jimin. How many times did we embarrass ourselves in front of him? And that idiot Hugh, the amount of food he made us buy for him, saying that he will introduce us to his young. Look how far we have come now, Taehyung. From giggling covers over crushes to talking about true love and all. The true friends, his smile remains as they stared at the chaos and nature around them. The fears and ashes in Theon's heart was slowly lessening. Sometimes it is a tad bit easier to face life when you have your best friend by your side. At least it's better than last time, Yogi said as he made his way to the poolside where Jungkook was sitting with the beer in his hand. As he passed one to Yoongi. Is it? Jungkook asked. Yeah. For starters, you are attracted to them. You hadn't even talked to Mia before your engagement with her, I guess. Jungkook took a sip and said, what do you mean, you guys? Have you seen yourself these days? I know you are thinking about him when you started grinning like an idiot. What about his protection, Hyung? Did you talk to Hobie? Jungkook looked worried. Yeah, they have sent agents here there. Once it is official, you can move Hyung to a safer area or even here if you both want to. When I saw the news, I thought he Taehyung is not like that, Jungkook. I know you had your reasons, but he really went through heck these last few days when you disappeared on him. Wow, you have investigators who tell you how people feel also. No, Jimin told me. Who is Jimin? Thanks, friends. You know, thanks, friends. We know each other. Yoongi said, hoping that Jungkook didn't notice the slight shake in his voice. Jungkook, listen to me. Taehyung is a great guy. He is best thing that happened to you. I know that you are still coming to terms with all that has happened over the last few weeks, and I understand that this is not the way you wanted to start a relationship with him, but as your best friend, can I say something? Please don't mess this up. Why do you think I might mess up Hyung? Jungkook looked offended. Just saying, well, stop thinking, talking and drink. Cheers to you. The hue of the setting sun was filling through the skies above the pool, splashing the vibrant orange across the still water. The dew sat in silence with their beer bottles staring onto the depth of the pool. The beats of their hearts fluttered with the image of two men, Taehyung and Jungkook, who at that point in the time were sitting on the bench in the park of the other side of the city. And how was this episode? Don't forget to comment it down. And there is not much episodes left, maybe 2 to 3 episodes, and this story will be end. I hope you will love it. Whatever you feel about the episode and the story, comment it down. I'll see it and try to reply you. Okay, if you have any question. Bye bye.